Welcome to our QR video sequence. I am the owner here and one of the lead developers of this product. Hopefully we're going to teach you a little bit about building with a woody log building system. We appreciate you watching, and hopefully you're going to learn something about building your dream log cabin. Okay, before this stage we put the sill plate in, we put the flashing on, and also the interior seal. That interior seal will bump up against the outside edge of the flashing and rest over to the inside a little bit. That's a redundant seal that we talked about in one of the earlier videos. Now we're in a position where we're going to start putting the vertical column logs in. Our anchor bolts are already placed. Now there is some preparation with the vertical log that we do before we actually place it. One of the things we want to do is check to be sure that the spline groove is open. There's a saw cut in these logs that are going to accept this spline. As I mentioned earlier, what happens is that if this log laid on your job for quite a while, or maybe you bought it now and you didn't install it for 3 or 4 months, that spline would start to close up. Again, I'll tell you that we designed it that way, but be sure you open that spline up or make sure that that groove's going to take it before you put it up. Because if you put it up and you have to cut it afterward, it's kind of a problem. So check your vertical logs. First thing we're going to do is we drive our log lock fasteners into the bottom of the vertical log. You will get fasteners that look like this, and you'll get 2 for each vertical log. So those get driven into the bottom slot first. You always know the bottom of the vertical log because it'll have 2 holes in it. The top of it is marked with a color coding that tells you where to put it. So that gets driven in. So we'll drive that in flush. We'll put one in both sides. Now the angle of the fastener sticks out. There's like a beveled angle. So one side is straight, one side is beveled. The bevel side is out. Okay, that'll get driven in flush with the bottom of the log. If you put it in wrong, you can take it out, Al. Okay, again, one is beveled, one is straight. The straight side goes into the vertical log. Okay, now the vertical log is ready to place. This is generally at least a 2-man job. These logs can weigh in excess of 100 pounds. These are cut out of about a 16-inch tree, so they're very, very massive. So the easiest way to do it is to have one man put his finger in the outlet hole. There's a square hole. Somebody will be on the outside guiding that bolt into the center hole. So we'll lift it and center it in. Your instructions will show you, but there's a center hole, and that'll drop right into place. Now, you will notice the bottom log has a slot in it. That slot jumps over the flashing. Now, in an earlier episode, we talked about this log being able to move in case it isn't placed just exactly right. So that hole is about 1.25 inches diameter versus this 1/2-inch anchor bolt. So that can move around a little bit. So in case these aren't exactly put in the right place, you've got some options. What we recommend is once you have the log standing up, we brace it. So we got a nut and a washer, that'll go on here in a second, but we want to brace this log. So what we normally do is just take a flat 2x4, we'll start a screw at the top, we'll get a level and get it close. You don't have to get it dead on, but get it close. Then we'll level it up and put a screw in the floor deck.
Good.
Now, with each anchor bolt, and we'll show you a close-up of that, but each anchor bolt comes with a big fender washer and a nut. Those will go inside and they get screwed onto that anchor bolt. You can go ahead and put that in. And we just snug that down, just finger tight. The only reason we get that on now, it does give us a little stability on that log. So this is the sequence of putting the vertical log on. We recommend that all your vertical logs are put on first before you start any wall logs. So all the vertical logs will get set, then we'll start with the wall logs. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've been entertained a little bit. Hopefully you've learned a little bit about the woody log building system. The reality is anybody can do it. We've given you a little bit of a helping hand through our QR series and our initiative. If you have any further questions, contact us at the information listed.